Welcome back to a new video. If you ever find yourself asking, why does heartbreak hit me this hard? Or why do I feel this panic when someone pulls away? Or why do I end up blaming myself? I want you to know that this is not just you. You're not alone in this. For years, I did not understand why do I feel such panic, so much pain when someone pulls away from me. Why do I always end up being the one who holds tighter? Why does my mind start spiraling the moment someone I care about starts pulling away? I genuinely believed there was something wrong with me until I discovered the one breakthrough that explained everything for me. And this discovery changed my entire life, literally. That's what I want to share with you in this video. So, a few years ago, I went through a heartbreak that shook me to my core. On the outside, I was pretending to be the one who have it all pulled together. I tried to look like I was in control, I was the successful one, the strong one, but inside I was literally falling apart. And I remember that I had a breakdown in the middle of the night, and I think it was winter, yes. I was all by myself doing a postmaster's internship in Ukraine. I cried hysterically for more than half an hour straight. And in the middle of, my tears, I started asking myself all kinds of empowering questions. Questions like, was I not enough? What did I do wrong? Why did he pull away? Could I have done anything differently that would have made him stay instead? Why was I the one who was fighting for the relationship? But then I did not recognize that the pain that I was feeling, the anxieties that I was experiencing in my body, excessive fear of losing someone, all of this was not a normal heartbreak. It was a pattern I did not know I had. I just thought I loved him deeply. I just thought that I cared a lot, and that's why I was feeling the pain that I was going through. The truth was that I was anxiously attached, and I did not know that. The moment I discovered the concept of anxious attachment, everything clicked. All of a sudden, everything started to make sense to me. The way I showed up in the relationship made sense. The way he showed up in the relationship made sense. The dynamic of the relationship that we had also made sense. What I understood is that anxious attachment isn't about being too needy or too emotional or too dramatic. Anxious attachment is a nervous system response. It's the body reacting to emotional inconsistency. It's fear. It's not failure. When I discovered all of that for the first time in my life, I felt relieved, because it wasn't that I was too much. It was that I had never been taught emotional safety. And this was the breakthrough that changed everything for me. All right, now let's talk a little bit about why so many strong, successful, independent women don't know that they are anxiously attached. And maybe you recognize yourself in one of the following. So number one, you're always the giver in the relationship. You're the one who try harder, you care more, you overfunction in love, you mistake overfunctioning for connection. Two, you attract emotionally unavailable men. Not because you're broken, but because emotional inconsistency feels familiar to you. Three, this anxiety that is created by this dynamic, you misinterpret it for chemistry. The butterflies, the intensity, the highs and lows. It feels like a soulmate connection, but it's actually fear. You blame yourself when he pulls away, even though his distance has nothing to do with your worth. You believe that you're too much, when in reality, you are actually under-supported. If any of these sounds like you, I want you to know this. This is not who you truly are. This is a pattern, and patterns can be healed. They can be broken. Now, let me tell you what happened after I found out about this pattern that I had. After I learned this, so many things in my life shifted. So for example, I stopped taking the end of a relationship personally. If someone pulls away from me, it does not mean that I'm not worthy. It just means that he's emotionally unavailable, and that has nothing to do with me. Number two, I stopped over blaming myself, because I understood that my reactions were not crazy. They were triggered. They were triggered by his behavior. Number three, and this is really important, I stopped trying to earn love. I stopped performing, I stopped proving, I stopped justifying and over-explaining. What I started to do is I started to honor my needs. I learned to regulate my nervous system, and I do it daily. What I understood is that you can't think your way out of anxious attachment. You have to rewire your emotional safety, and that can only be done in our bodies, unconsciously, subconsciously. The 3 things that I did to do this: number 1, meditation. I meditate daily, and in another video I actually talked about how meditation completely changed my life. Since January 2019, I meditate every single day. Meditation, mindfulness, and breath work. This is not a rational thing. It's not a logical thing. This is something that lives in our bodies. Our nervous system needs to calm down. I started to recognize patterns of emotional unavailability, and when I see any of these patterns or red flags, I immediately check out. Chaos stopped feeling like love. It started feeling like what it really is. Red flags for inconsistent, unhealthy behavior that triggers fear in my body and in my nervous system. Being at peace started feeling like home. So the second I feel that peace is being triggered, that means there's something wrong. And so I started paying attention. That shift, what I just explained, is what took me from anxious to secure. Now, there are also a few things that I want to share with you to help you take your first steps towards being secure yourself. And the first one is awareness. Realizing that this is a pattern. It's not who you are. It's not your identity. It's not your responsibility. It is only something that you have been conditioned to since childhood. Just like I said, number 2, nervous system regulation, daily meditation, mindfulness, breath work. 3, relearning what emotional safety feels like. Instead of chasing intensity, I started to appreciate and lean more towards consistency. Number 4, rewriting my inner story. And instead of telling myself, oh, I am too much, I'm needy, no, that now changes into, I deserve a steady, safe, secure love. 5, raising my standards. When you are no longer accepting certain behaviors, it becomes easy to say no to these when you see signs of them. So, no more mixed signals, no more almost relationships, no more being the only one trying. Number 6, always choosing partners who feel peaceful. Secure love started to feel more attractive, not boring. These steps are the reason I feel more secure now than I've ever felt in my life. And they are the ones that make me passionate to share my transformation with women like yourself who could be in the same shoes that I was in years ago. So if you're listening to this video and you're thinking to yourself, okay, well, this is me and I want to change this pattern once and for all, I would love to support you. I'm opening a few one-on-one discovery sessions for women who want to heal from heartbreak, understand their attachment style, and begin the journey from anxious to secure. And in this session, we'll talk about what's keeping you stuck, what your heart truly needs, and the exact steps to help you feel secure from the inside out. If you feel called to this, the link is in the description below, and I would love to meet you. Take care of yourself, and I'll catch you in our next video. Bye for now.